Welcome everyone to another Sunday night sketch sesh. We have got another great sketch brought to you by one of my followers. So I'm excited to bring this sketch to life. It looks like it's a fairly easy sketch. I kind of laid my pictures out here already to kind of see what I wanted to do, and then real quick just grabbed papers. Hopefully I have enough papers because this is all I've got on my desk currently, so we will work with it and see what happens. So the sketch looks fairly easy to me. I do like that they gave some measurements as well. I always like having measurements. And so while we're waiting for people to hop on, I'm going to cut some branding strips off of the base pages, and I'm kind of throwing it back to one of the older collections, and that is the Simple Vintage Essentials. This collection is, at least a year old. But I have found I've gone back to it several times. I think it's one of those good collections to just kind of have a little bit of it on hand to be able to use whenever. Of course, I always feel like a good polka dot can be used any old time, so that's always nice. So that's going to be my base pages. Now, when I'm looking at the sketch, it looks to me like the photo mats where the 2x2s are, and then the 3x3s and 3x4s are, like those would be matching paper. Hi, Susan. So I'm gonna cut those to match, and what I decided is that I wanted that to be the pink. So I'm gonna kind of take a peek at this and see if I'm right. I kind of got a little waylaid and behind because I could not get my printer and phone to connect to each other, which was super fun. So I finally got it connected, but it threw me about 40 minutes behind. It literally took that long to get everything kind of up and running. So I think I just kind of wanted to take a peek at how all of this coordinates, and I kind of pulled the pink from her outfit and then the black as well, and then in another picture she's wearing black and white. So that's kind of why I went with this particular paper. We'll see if I like this. I don't know if I'm gonna love it or not, but we're gonna give it a whirl with this anyway. So our A section that holds the 2x2s is 8x3. So I'm going to go ahead and cut myself a 3-inch piece. And then if we want 8, I'm going to cut off 4. So we've got our 8x3 piece. And then the other piece looks like it's 4 1/4 by 12. So those are pretty easy. 4 1/4 by 12. All right, so that should be all of that we need. And then this gorgeous butterfly paper. So our first piece is 8x7, and then the other piece that we need is 1x11. So let's go ahead and cut the 7. I'm going to cut off 5. Let's do it that way. So we've got our 7, and then we want to have 8. And I'm going to cheat and use the other ruler and catch where the 8 is. All right, 7 by 8. So these are going to be scraps. 7 by 8, and then in addition to my printer not working, hey Terry, hi Kathy. In addition to my printer working, I also got locked out of my iPad. It's been super fun trying to get on and get going tonight. I had this problem with my iPad about a month ago too. So, and just for reference, like I use my iPad to have the sketch to visualize next to me. So I've got my computer, which the screensaver must be like every 30 seconds because it keeps shutting off. So it's a little bit challenging tonight, but that's okay. I'm going to work through it and we're going to get it. All right, so our next piece, and I made sure to I tried to make sure that my paper was going the correct direction with the butterflies here. So if you have directional paper, you're going to want to be cognizant of that. So we are going 1 by 11. And I'm going to cut 1 inch of that off. Maybe. Okay, there we go. I think, you ever have those days where everything is just a bit of a struggle? I think today might be that day for me. Although I feel like you guys get that a lot on Sundays from me. Okay, so we've got our papers cut. That one. That one. This is pretty basic, I feel like. I think it's going to be a really fun and easy layout. So let's see, with all the black, I think I'm going to want to use black ink. So let's pull in some black ink and ink our edges. There's not a whole lot to have to ink, so that's a plus. Oh my goodness. So my second week of being in Helena for 3 days versus 1 day. You guys know how many pictures I took for 1 day. So just think how many pictures I have to choose from with 3 days of being there. It is a bit crazy. Way too many pictures. Yes, if you think these are all the pictures that I'm going to get for the 3 days that I was there, no. I am going to have at least 1 page, if not, probably 1 page. We went to the park one night and she was swinging on the swing and it was so stinking cute and I got so many good pictures that it's going to be like a little page in itself. And you guys, there is nothing better than that little laughter coming from a toddler. Like, that is melt your heart. So much fun to be able to witness her in the swing and just pure joy. So much fun. We did, however, have a sad little girl too. She's getting some, I think she's getting some, oh boy, couple teeth that are supposed to be some of the harder teeth for kids to cut. And she spiked a fever and did not feel well. So that was, we had a rough day and a half of that. But other than that, and she's not real, she doesn't get super fussy, just a little bit, maybe a little bit more clingy. Yes, those belly laughs, Kathy, they're the best. I am just so thankful that I am getting to partake in as much as I am by being there 3 days currently. Like, it definitely solidifies the fact that that's where I want to be. It's just, it brings me pure joy to be able to spend that much time with her as well. But yes, it was a fun couple days, and of course it was a fun 3 days leading up to my son's birthday was on Saturday. So Thursday night I spent baking birthday treats for him to take to work and all that fun stuff. You know, no matter how old your kids are, you just want to do that for them. Okay. See if I can get my screen to pop up again. Get my sketch back up here. All right. So we're going to work on the left-hand side first. And so we need our butterflies. And it appears that everything starts about, oh boy, about 1/4 of an inch. I'd say maybe from the bottom, maybe 1/2 inch. Let's see, let's just put the paper in place. And then a 4x4 goes up at the top. I'm not sure, it's not going to be this 4x4, but okay, so it's going to just overlay on that paper because it's actually going to come down as well. And then our little piece here. Ooh, yeah, that fits perfect. Okay, I see how that's all lined up. And then we've got a 4x6 that's going to just sit right in there. And then 2 4x4s, which I'm going to have to rearrange some pictures because this is not exactly the spread I was looking for. Okay. And we want that to line up with the bottom of that, which means that needs to come down to there. And these both need to come down, and that needs to sit right about there. Perfect. Okay, so I've got the basic placement of where all of that goes. There's a great area here for being able to do some journaling. I'll probably need to pull in some different paper to do that. And I had a piece over there that I thought would work perfect for that, and I did not grab an extra or a piece of it, so I might have to run and grab another piece. I knew I was not going to be 100% prepared here, but that's okay. This is going to go somewhat fast. Oh my gosh, Kathy, she loves her pink sofa as well. That was a Christmas gift from her aunt and uncle, and she loves that thing. She likes to lounge on it. We don't watch a lot of TV when Grandma is there, but she does like to definitely sit on it. I will say we did watch TV this week while I was there. Mickey Mouse Playhouse was her go-to when she was not feeling well. So you can tell by her little face here that she did not feel well. And that was the same day as this, because that is what caused her hair to be so beautiful. In the picture below, we pulled all of her little ponies out. Let's see. Yeah, this one shows it just a little bit better. She had kind of a bunch of ponies going back in her hair, 4 to be exact. And so it caused a real beautiful hairstyle at the end of the night. So we did, Mickey Mouse Playhouse did get put on for a little bit this last week. Okay, and it looks like I'm going to want to pop up this bottom. I want the top and the bottom to be even, and where I've got it set, the top is just a little bit wider reveal. And so I'm going to pop this up and get these so they're more equal. And it's not going to take much. But let's see if that... Okay, now the top's too narrow. Come down just a little bit. Okay, that's looking close enough. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put this down. And being as I use the pink, I'm not sure I necessarily need to matte the 2x2 photos that are going on there, but I may change my mind. So we'll take a peek at how that all lays out. All right, so let's gather the photos that I want to use for sure. Get my sketch to come back up. Okay, and these went right to the edge. So right to the edge here, lined right up next to it here. And then we've got our 4x4 here. Perfect. And then our 2x2s. And so we've got our cute little 2x2s coming across there. And I might want to matte those in a black just to kind of pop those up a little bit. And I feel like the other ones look good without any matting. And then we do need to cut a circle out of something. And I did grab all of my my little envelope full of all of the leftovers of this collection. So maybe we'll get lucky and find something in the 4x6 or 6x8 paper pad. Oh, and I do have, let's see what we've got in this bag of goodies here. We've got all kinds of paper. I love being able to just store all of the scraps of everything all together, because then when you go to do a layout like I am now, you've got little pieces, and some of them might just be exactly what you are looking for. So of course the 6x8 paper pad, everything is a bit smaller as far as print wise, you know, like the patterns on them generally are smaller. I don't think I want any of those. We could potentially use that for our journaling, but I think I have something else possibly in mind if it's on the smaller paper. Check it out. See if I can find what I'm thinking of. May still have to go grab a big piece and pull it back in. Nope, there is exactly what I was thinking. That is also on the 12x12, so you've got the lined on the back and then the gray on the front. I might even use this little bit too. I like the gray with it, so let's go ahead and set that. But we still need a pattern to cut the circle out of. All right, so let's get our visual back in place here now that I've made a mess of it. Okay, and if we do a journaling on the gray, then we just need, I don't know that we're going to cut pattern paper for a circle. We might actually use some of the ephemera, because I've got a lot of ephemera pieces for this collection. I might actually use that in place of the circle, or we could even cut the circle out of that. Yeah, maybe we'll cut the circle out of the tickets. And the circle is 2.5 inches in diameter. So for that, I'm going to pull in my Creative Memories one, because I can set that. Ooh, I don't know if I can set it as low as 2.5. 3. is the smallest, so we'll go to the templates here. And let's see how small we can go on that. So, ooh, those look kind of big. Okay, well, we're gonna go with as small as I can go inside here and see what it measures when we get that cut out. Got this little mat here that's slightly bent, slightly warped. We'll push it down. And get those knobs in place. Press down. I might have gone too small. Nope, 2 3/4 is the smallest, so that's perfect. That'll work. All right. Let's go ahead and get our photos put down because they are good. Let's mat the 2x2s. And I did have some black color vibe here. No, I don't love the way that matches. So let's see what I've got for black sitting next to me. That's better. Let's see if I have some scraps. Two by twos don't require a whole lot. Hate to cut a whole piece. Okay, I've got a piece of my linen here that I had folded for something, but I think we can get some 2 1/4 mats out of it, out of these little scraps here. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I think that one's too small. Yep. All right, let's two and a quarter by 2 1/4. See, even though I had folds in my paper, you can say I tend to save a lot of my scraps. And you know, I generally am able to put them to use. I know a lot of people like to toss them once they get a certain size, but that little scrap, I was able to get my 3 2x2 mats. So let's go ahead and mat those 3. I'm just going to put a little tape on that one because I'm going to need to pop it up when we're all done. Oh, that little bit wasn't quite enough. Let's see how these fit with the added matting going across there. So many fun times. There's always so much documenting to do too, and I need to do actually even a better job than what I'm doing at it. I know there's a lot more I want to write than what I have been. All right, let's see how those, okay, those still fit beautifully with the matting. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So the pink paper's in place, so we're going to go off of that and start with our 4x4 and line it up at the bottom of the pink paper and right on the edge. Try not to go under. And then we're just going to line up the next one right under that, and it should come out pretty close to having the same reveal at the bottom as the paper does. And then we're going to take our 4x6 and butt it right up next to those photos and the pink paper. And then our little 4x4. We're going to start it even with the pink paper. At the top and line up the edge. And that is roughly where that one's going to go. Perfect. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do our 2x2s. And you guys know I'm going to probably just wing it. If you want to, you could measure and get everything just right. But I am going to just try and eyeball everything. 1, 2, 3 rows of polka dots. 1, 2, 3. Top, bottom, side. And then we'll center. I find if I do the 2 outside ones first and then center them one in between, that tends to work pretty good for me. I still might have to adjust a little bit if I got the height off. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and ink our circle. And I am inking fairly heavy, just because I do want it to kind of pop off the page. And they just had that placed right at the bottom here. So let's go ahead and just get that in place. And then let's go ahead and cut a journaling spot here. I love this part on here, but it really takes up a lot of my journaling. So we may have to, might just grab those tickets that are in there. So we should have 4 inches wide, and we have just under 4. So maybe 3.5 by 3.5. We'll start a little bit big, and then we can always cut it down if we find that that takes up too much space. So let's go 3.5 by 3.5 and see how that looks. And that gives quite a bit of journaling. It does cover a lot of the butterflies, but we do get more of them down here, and journaling is super important. So I actually think I just might go to a little narrower. Let's look at 3.25. See, this is the beauty of being able to cut it down if you want to. Yeah, I like the 3.25. I know that 1/4 inch shouldn't have made much difference, but in my mind it did. So we're going to go ahead and ink our journal spot, and then I'll do the journaling here when we're done. figure out what all I want to write about with our fun week. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that down. All right, and then our sketch does say a title coming off of that circle. So we're going to take a peek and see if what I have left of the foam stickers, if there's anything there that would work. We do have the sticker book we could pull from too. I've got all kinds of goodies in this bag that we could pull from if we need to. But let's look at the foam stickers first. And let's see if the black, well, the black will show up good. I feel like the Good Life is pretty darn cute for this one. I think we're going to go with the Good Life. I like that. And I kind of like maybe just having it exactly how I've got it going in the circle and coming off the edge there. So we are going to use that one. Now, I always like to take and add just a touch of glue. I know stickers are supposed to hold for good, but we're going to just make sure that they do. All right. So I like that, the Good Life. Just coming right off of there. Like so. And I like the fact that I've got some black stickers that the hearts that I can add. Okay, I shouldn't be embellishing till we get the other page done. So let's move on to the other page. And we will get it set up. And we've got it inked already. And it looks like we want to line this butterfly up with where the pink starts. And then it ends where the photo ends. Perfect. All right, so since I already have that set right there, I'm just gonna grab some tape, lift both ends, and this way it should line up. All right, so we've got the 1-inch strip, and now we need to go ahead and put down our pink strip next to it. Okay, let's grab our photos and get those lined up. So we've got a 4x6, another 4x6, and a 3x6 that goes in between them. And then we've got our 3x4 and then 2 3x3s. So funny, this photo, I asked her to smile, and these are the looks I got when I asked her to smile, which is hilarious. The girl is too stinking funny. Okay, so these photos, the 4x6s and the 3x6, they line up right next to the pink, and then you've got this reveal on the right hand side, and it looks like it should line up with the butterfly, and then it should line up with the butterfly paper at the bottom as well. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put those down. I think I'm going to swap these two. And Try and get those lined up. And then we may want to mat these ones on the pink as well, because I think that that really helped those pop. So now I'm going to have to see if I have any more of my black linen at my desk. So that that coordinates. Okay. I'm liking this. Is a nice, easy layout. Thank you, Terry, for the layout. So if anyone else has a layout they would like me to, or a sketch they would like me to bring to life during our sketch sesh, feel free to send them to me. I am happy to try them out. I am always on the hunt. Oh, there's 2 pieces of linen. Let's see if I can find one more. I'm always happy to do that because I am constantly on the hunt for sketches. You should see how many I have saved to different places. And I know I've mentioned to you guys before that sometimes I feel like I maybe use one over. Oh, I know that this is it too. It's got gold splatters on one side, but we can use the other side. All right. You guys keep a little bin of scraps. This is my solids. It's all my solid papers, all the smaller pieces. And I keep a little bin of that right next to my desk here. Comes in quite handy. Oh, except it's not wide enough. Okay. Let's see if there were any other of those with the gold splatters that were maybe a little bigger. And I think that splatter might be able to cover that. So let's see if that one will work. All right. Yeah, we'll be able to do that. I like to do this just so I can use up my scraps. It works really quite well. And I just pick up those bins at lots of different places. Mainly, I pick a lot of them up at TJ Maxx. However, if you find one you really like and you don't get enough and you want to go back and get more, sometimes they don't have them. So that's kind of the downfall to that. I have been getting some from Target lately too, so that's been a good spot. 3 1/4. Is that how big I went on the others? How much reveal did I put on the others? Can't remember. I did go 1/4. Okay. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 should get me, heck yeah. Okay, and then I'll cut another one down to 3 1/4. Nope, not that one. That one was the one that was too small. 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I need one that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So let's do the 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. All right. Should have our matting cut. So let's go ahead and get those mounted. And then we'll get those in place. And we are almost done. This was a great one. I love how many photos it held, and I also love how many different sizes it used. I like being able to have all the different sizes. That makes it really fun. All right, so that one will line up with the photo on the top, I believe. Get my sketch to reappear here. Yep, that should line up with the photo on the top. That one should line up with the one on the bottom. Hoofda. I think we're going to go outside of the lines on this one. I like a little more space in between them than it allowed if we lined them up within that space. So I'm going to cut that space down to about 1/4 of an inch instead of the 1/2. And I just like I know everything else is lined up at that 1/2, but you guys know me, I can't not stick with it, can I? So I'm going to go just a little lower. I like the looks of it better when all the photos are lined up. The spacing in between them is better visually, I think, for me than, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm counting the dots over to try and line them up side to side. Make sure I've got them lined up good that way. Because that is the one thing with putting down the top and bottom one first. Sometimes you don't get them lined up vertically. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, let's throw our extra paper out of the way. And now we can do just a little bit of embellishing. It doesn't even look like there's a whole ton of embellishing that even will really need to be done. So let's just take a quick peek. Oh gosh, we are going to use the smile sticker because smile. We somewhat centered. That sticker is just about the perfect size just to fit right there. Smile. She was a happy girl in the morning. We may have changed her clothes a lot that day. These are all of these are one day. And then I guess so are these all except for this one. We took her daddy out to lunch on Thursday. He got off work early, and so we had a little lunch date. Got all dolled up for that. Pretty stinking sweet. It was shortly after that that her teeth started to hurt. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to this page. And, okay, so I only have one white heart. One more black heart. I don't think I want any more of the words necessarily. I'm just kind of checking those out. And then I guess I probably should pull out some more of the ephemera that we've got. I don't think any of the rub-ons are necessarily going to work because they're black on black. So looks like I have more stickers. I know I used the heck out of this collection when I was doing it, so I probably ended up getting into 2 sets of the stickers. So there's some more. Here's some of the enamel dots. We've got some washi tape. We've got some chipboard accents, but I don't know that any of those are necessarily what I want. And then there's some more ephemera pieces there. And most of the washi is black as well, so I don't feel like it's going to really show up anywhere. But let's maybe take a peek at these and see what is in that pack of ephemera. See if there's anything we should use from that. Lots of different pieces in here. And I would say this is probably a mixture of a couple different packs and just all the leftovers that I had. I'm not going to worry about those last couple pieces in there because I don't think I need those. We might actually just use a butterfly, or a dragonfly is a little smaller. Well, let's leave that out there. We've got another butterfly. Let's see. I'm going to kind of toss the ones I don't want into that other bin. Might possibly use hearts. Let's take a peek. Oh, that's right. There were some floral ephemera. Hi. Oh, we might need to use the word hi. She did sit in the restaurant and say hi to everybody who walked by until she said hi over and over and over again until they acknowledged her, which was pretty cute. I, of course, think it's pretty cute. Other people, maybe not so much. I don't know. Hi, hi. It's pretty sweet. Take note. I don't know. Oh, I could have even used that for a journaling spot. Got lots of hearts. All about me. Yeah, I've got duplicates of these in here, so I must have had opened 2 packs for some different things. I don't think I want to go the floral route in my life, but I'll set a few of them to the side. Lovely, happy, more hearts, and a whole bunch of bingo cards. Oh, and that cute little tablet. Should have looked through here. Might have to change. Okay, I'm going to leave those like that. Maybe throw the florals up in the maybe bin. Let's pull out our journaling area here real quick and see if we want to swap that out. I think I'm good with the one that I made. I think that works. And we could put, I know I saw some little clips in the chipboard one, so we could add a little clip to the top of it. So let's probably add a black one. There are some words in here as well. Documented. The one that kind of caught my eye was be you. Okay. I think we'll add the clip to our journaling bit. And then I think I actually wouldn't mind adding a couple butterflies. Even though they're a little bit on the bigger side, there is room to be able to put them in there just because of the way the photos are. So I think we'll set a butterfly on each side. We may even end up putting a little specimen butterfly right over here. And let's see, do we want our butterflies to... Nah, we want them to be different, I think. Okay, and the highs, those are going to go next to the black and white pictures when we were in the restaurant. Might have to mat those on something lighter just to make those pop, but we can do that. Okay. And then we might just use a couple of the hearts. And honestly, I think that that might be all we really need to do. And maybe we'll go like so with the butterflies. So let's ink the edges, even though they are black. The outer edge is white, so we're going to go ahead and kind of darken that up. And then I'm going to show you, once again, if you haven't seen how I like to bend my butterflies. So I go on either side of the body and bend it up, and I bend it up pretty tight. Because it does end up going back down. I bend it up, and then I take my tool and kind of curve my wings. And then I curve the ends of the wings back up. And then you're going to have to go back and do some of that all again, because it doesn't necessarily hold all of the curving that you did to start. But you can get a pretty, see if you can see that a little bit better, pretty curved butterfly. Gives it a lot more dimension. And I know these are going to go in photo sleeves and get covered up anyway, so does it really matter? Probably not, but I like to do it anyway. And we're going to put those butterflies up on some foam tape. So we're just about to the end of this sketch. And again, you guys feel free, if you find a sketch you want me to do, send it on over. And you know, I like ones with lots of photos, but you know what? I also will take some with fewer photos if you find something that you like that's got fewer photos. Because you know me, I'll always adapt it if I need it to hold more photos. So don't necessarily worry about that when choosing your sketch if you find one that you like, because I will adapt it to fit whatever photos I happen to be working on at the time. So it's kind of fun to let you guys pick some of the sketches. So we'll do that for a while. We'll do that for forever. If you guys want to, if you find a sketch 6 months down the road you want me to try, don't hesitate to just send it to me and say, here's a sketch for you. And you know, if it ends up that you'd pick a sketch that we've done once before, there's nothing wrong with that either. I feel like all of these sketches can be used more than once. I'm a little long on my foam. And I do have April's schedule ready to go too. I just have not got it posted yet. So hopefully I can get that posted tonight or tomorrow night. One or the other. I do believe we have Zoom tomorrow night too, for those of you who are Zooming. So we will Zoom tomorrow. Oh, I like the touch of the butterflies. They're pretty cute. And then let's add that little chipboard butterfly here, just kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to add this BU as well, because I just think that that's very fitting. We'll just put that right there in the corner. And we might just use a couple. We've got a tan heart here and another smaller tan heart. I think we'll use those as well. And we'll put those up on some foam. get this finished up. All right. So we've got one, and so Facebook no longer saves videos for an extended period of time like they used to. So my first round of videos, I don't know how far back, have all disappeared, but I have started saving them and uploading them to YouTube. So they're generally there by Monday evening, I would say. It does take a bit just because of the length. It takes a lot of time to download them and then turn around and upload them. But I am doing that to save all of these sketch sessions because it's kind of nice, you know, maybe y'all have some time where you're not able to watch them or partake in them, and then you really get into scrapbooking and want to maybe follow along and do some of them. So they are all uploaded to my YouTube, and at some point in time I will find some time to create a what is it called on YouTube, a playlist of all the sketch sessions. I'll put them all together hopefully at some point in time, so make it easier for everyone to find that. Okay, I am liking that. What do you guys think? I'm really liking that. I think that that's looking pretty good. And now I might be taking back the fact that I think that I didn't want to use any of the rub-ons, and I'm going to be daring and not cut out the one I want to use and try it. I am just using a heart. All right, that worked. Whew. And then I want to do another one. Oh, that one's missing part of it. Let's do one right there. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like it. Okay, so there is our, now kind of a non-traditional kids layout, but I like it nonetheless. I think that it's a fun one. Okay, these little highs. So I was gonna put those right down here, but I want to mat those on maybe some white, or everything I've got is pretty yellow, creamy white. So let's see what I've got in my scrap bin. I might just go with, no, I don't like that. I might have to ixnay the white. Not that it has to 100% match that white next to it, but maybe I just put it on the gray. Pop it on this gray and mat it. That would eliminate having to match the whites. It would pull that gray from over there. So let's go ahead and just do that. And what am I looking for? Tape. Oh, great. And they are not like perfectly squared or cut straight, so that could be interesting. I don't cut straight anyway, so I think we'll just kind of wing that. course, they do have slightly rounded corners. Sorry, I don't think I can talk and do this at the same time. Okay. Good enough. A little fat on that end. Apparently got a little wide. Let's see. I don't know if I love that. That's a little better. And then we'll do this last one. And then I might let you guys go. I don't know if I'm going to use any of the enamel dots. I feel like I would want more of a whiter color. They're on the enamel dot sheet, they're pretty creamy, pretty ivory colored, I guess, which I don't necessarily love. And then we'll do a little bit of journaling about the high when I do the journaling, and that will explain that. And let's go with putting both of those up on some foam. And there we go. Now the only thing is I might drag one more butterfly, because I think I had one more. I'm going to put one off to the side and bring one of the butterflies. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. And I think that was all I had too. Let's see, dragonflies. Okay. You know, we'll just bring that in anyway. Let's go ahead and ink the edges. Curl up one more butterfly. Bend it up on both sides of the body. Curl the wings down. Tips up. You just got to kind of work that paper till you get it how you want it. And then it's going to get flattened when you put it in the cover anyway. So I guess maybe if you overwork it and get it standing up pretty good, maybe it'll have a little chance of keeping some of the shape once it goes inside the sleeve. All right. I am liking this for a non-traditional, like, little kids page. Like that. And of course, we better add. We've got the hearts up on the top. And I think we'll add one brown one right there up on some foam, and then I think we might be done. I think it has enough going on. Get the journaling done, get the story told. Most important part of the photos. Just add a heart right here. And that looks great. All right. So let's take a peek. We'll clean off some of the excess. We just might have to add some of the gray dots. I can't not do it. I'm going to add these lighter gray since we do have gray pulled in here. Whoa. I know designers who pick these up with tweezers and I cannot do it. You saw how that one just went flying? They go flying across the room when I try picking them up with tweezers. Do you guys have that same issue? I just cannot do it. Okay, I think just right there. And then, I don't know. I think that's all I'm going to put on there actually. Normally I like to try and balance it out a little bit, but I don't think it really needs it. So let's move all of this out of the way and take a good view. All right. Of them, kind of side by side. Thanks, Susan. All right, so there's our left. Oh, I didn't put down the clip. I better put the clip down. Let's put it on some foam tape. Pop the little dot out of there. Good thing that slid out of place on my desk and not somewhere where I lost it. I forgot about making sure that was down. Let's get that in place. All the little details. Okay, so we're just going to add that right to the top of our note. Right there. Okay, now we're done. Okay, so there is our left-hand side. Sorry, these lights add such an extra glare. Let's see if I can move those. There we go. And then we're going to scan that across. That's what they look like side by side. And then here's that goofy smile. Oh my goodness. All right, let's turn that one off. See if that helps. There we go. Whoops. There we go. A little dark, but you can see it without the glare on it. Okay, so that is it for tonight, you guys. Thank you so much to Terry for sharing that sketch with me. I enjoyed using the sketch tonight, and I have lots of fun stuff planned on, well, lots of things on the calendar. I will be creating a card class myself using simple vintage flower shop for this month, so that class is towards the end of the month. I have a retreat coming up here in 2 weeks that will keep me busy from Tuesday until Sunday. I do have a couple Zoom classes or Zoom nights scheduled on Monday nights, and then a couple all-day crops scheduled at the house here as well. So we have a busy month, and then coming into May, we will have National Scrapbook Day. Give me your guys' opinion. Would you like to see us Zoom for a couple hours on National Scrapbook Day? Would you like to see a project taught on National Scrapbook Day? Or are you guys all already involved in doing something somewhere else and really don't give a hoot? Either way, it will not hurt my feelings. I know I'm a behind the eight ball. I can't plan that far ahead, you guys. I am lucky to plan a month in advance. So Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will take it all into consideration and decide what I'm going to do for National Scrapbook Day. I know I'm going to have a crop here at the house, but I can incorporate a class and some Zoom time and or however you want to do it. So give me your thoughts on that, everyone who is on. I would love to hear what you think. And thanks so much for taking time out of your Sunday evening to spend some time with me. And I hope you all have a fabulous week and find a little time to do something creative in your own space. Bye for now.